Hello everybody and how are you doing? Welcome to another video. It's your boy, it is SnakeOMartyn, and today I'm going to be talking about horror games. That's a lie. I'm not going to be talking about horror games. Nope, not at all. I'm going to be talking about scary moments or things that scared me in general games that aren't horror games. So still technically horror, but absolutely not horror. It is Spooktober or Spocktober, so it sounds better, but I'm not talking Star Trek either. Now, I have played a lot of games in my life, okay? So many games, but some of them weirdly would scare me. A lot of these games that I'm going to talk about today are probably because I was a kid, okay? So expect a few older games. And the games I'm going to talk about today are not scary at all. They're really not. But they are things that even today I still think back and can remember how scared I was. And I thought it'd be a fun video, especially after last time with me speaking about Rugrats and how that was a thing for lots of people. So I thought I would get the conversation going and tell you a little bit. What was that? Ghosts? So after last time when we spoke a little bit about Rugrats, it seems that it was a scary game for many, so I would love it if some people were freaked out by these games as well. I'm not even going to talk about things like Dark Souls, where a boss scared the crap out of me because I was scared of how I would ever beat them, okay? These are just random moments, okay? So, without further ado, let's get on with it. This game is from this triple pack here. It's Golden Axe. Okay, when I was a kid, this game used to creep me out because, first of all, the little imp things that would rob you taught me the harsh reality of thievery, okay? That was quite scary, okay? The bits where you're around the campfire, okay? That was scary because I felt safe when I was asleep. And those little imp things would come in, steal my food, steal my magic. Terrifying, okay? It taught me about crime. Early, I was like 3, okay? But that isn't the only scary bit in this game for me when I was a wee boy. No. The other scary bit is the final fight, kind of, okay? So in this game, you play through loads of levels. You either play as like an axe warrior. You can't really see. An axe warrior, I think he's a dwarf, really strong, muscly man, and you can play as a strong warrior woman. Awesome characters, loved them. And when you get to the end of this game, you fight, well, I mean, the whole game is about you tracking down a nasty pasty called Death Adder. Death Adder is hard, okay? He is the definition of hard. Okay, there's no hitch there. Hard. So he comes out, you have to beat him. He's got crazy magic that no other enemy has, and then you beat him, and that is pretty terrifying in itself. Plot twist, he's not the real Death Adder, and then it sends you into this crypt, and it is horrible. It is so horrible. You have to go into like the underground where there's these horrible skeletons. They still scare me, by the way, and they were in an earlier level. I blanked it out until this very moment. The skeletons are scary because they do this horrible noise when they come out of the ground. They go... You get through all that, and then you fight the real Death Adder, and some versions don't even have the real Death Adder, okay? I think there was a 360 version of this game, Golden Axe, and it didn't have Death Adder, the real Death Adder. It pretended that the fake Death Adder was the real Death Adder, okay? I've just said Death Adder a lot. That game was my first awakening to horror because it was so scary. Next up, let's talk about a PlayStation 1 game. This game is called Jersey Devil. This game is a rare one. I don't think it's physically rare to find, but I just don't know if anyone played it. This game is creepy. You play as the Jersey Devil, and he is it looks a bit like Crash Bandicoot, right? But it's really not. All of the levels, I'm pretty sure, happen at night. He's a very purple character, and all the enemies are really creepy. It's very Halloween-y. lots of pumpkins, lots of weird creatures. And there is also like a cartoon that was made for this game. I think it was just in the game, not like extra. But that game freaked me out really bad. Like, I hardly played this game. That's why I can't really talk about it. So I don't know what the hell it's about. I don't know. I just remember jumping on boxes and it being really hard. And I genuinely remember thinking, I can't do this. Not just I can't do it, it's too hard, but I can't do this because it's too scary. And that in itself is enough to be on this list. I've barely played this game. Looking at the box art now is enough for me to be scared. And if you have played it, again, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know, did you ever finish this game? Is it a game? Maybe this is made up. I don't know. Next up, I'm going to be talking about a game I do not own. I've never played this game in my life, apart from this demo disc. This is demo disc 39 of the official PlayStation magazine. And this demo disc changed my life because it made me scared of this beautiful woman. That's right. Tomb Raider 3. I never played Tomb Raider 1 and I never played Tomb Raider 2. Apparently people are scared of the T-Rex in Tomb Raider. Not this guy. No. I'm scared of the level that's on this disc. And I don't actually know how true this is in my brain. But this demo disc freaked me out. I never knew what to do. The controls were mad. And I was too young. I was far too young. But I remember you were in some sort of like futuristic level and there were lasers everywhere. And I remember tripping a laser and then dogs attacked Lara Croft. And I don't think I had guns to shoot them, or if I did, didn't know how to shoot them. And that, since then, has made me genuinely scared of this game. Yeah, that's true. I tried playing Tomb Raider 1 once, and I didn't really like it, but I think it was because I knew Tomb Raider 3 was coming, and if I liked it, I'd have had to fight those dogs again and try and get past those lasers, and that's something that I just cannot do. But Tomb Raider 3 is something that scared me profusely as a child. I don't know if this is a horror game. I don't think it is. I think it's an adventure game. But it is truly something that scared me as a child, and I didn't need the full game to do it. Thank heavens. Next up, let's move over to the PS2. A game that I love, and I love this game, but even now, there's something about the art style of the game that freaks me out. I love it though, and I played it a lot as a kid, but certain levels, or at least when I put it on, I'm like, ugh. I don't know what it is about the art style, but Time Splitters.
Through time, they have sown corruption, unraveling the fabric of our history. Our last chance is to strike back, seize the time crystals, and turn their twisted weapon against them. The fight for survival has begun.
Time Splitters 2 specifically, because I didn't really play much of Time Splitters 1. I loved Time Splitters 2 and I loved Time Splitters 3. But there's something about the art style in this game that freaks me out. I don't know if it's because all the bodies, like all the characters have like, they're very cartoonified and the bodies are like kind of, I mean, you could kind of see here, I mean, this is a 2D representation, but they are very similar to this, but in 3D. But the graphics freak me out. Again, there was also zombies, so that might have been a problem as well. I was a bit scared of them. But I'm not allowed to talk about the horror levels. But just in general, the art style of this game, there's something about it. It's amazing. This game's amazing. But the art style, it just freaks me out. It's very cartoony, very dark, kind of grungy look to it. Also, the alien designs, like where the time alien things that chase you down to get the time crystals, they are creepy. Like even now, I think they're like top tier scary design of an alien. They've got like weird teeth and like these flappy heads. Very strange. Imagine like a wizard's cloak but with teeth. Ugh. But Time Splitters 2, love it. Creeped me out as a child. Did anyone else get creeped out by Time Splitters 2? I'd love to know. Please tell me. I just don't want to be alone today. This is basically a confession. This is a confession video. So the more that we can get to confess with us, I think the better we will be. Halo Combat Evolved. One of the best games ever made this. but it catches you off guard as a kid. You'll play through the game, you're like, wow, this is amazing, wow, I'm shooting all these cool aliens, wow, I'm on Halo, this is the best thing ever, I'm driving a Warthog, all this stuff. And I love Halo, I still love Halo. I've been playing them recently for fun. I love these games. But there is one level in this game that is quite honestly horrid. Truly, truly horrible. And that level is called the library. And if you know, okay? You know. It's long. You have to follow a little tiny robot talk random jargon to you. And that's scary enough. But the scariest thing are the flood. Nobody knew the flood was going to come. And when they come hard. Oh baby. They are terrifying. Even now, I hate the flood because of that level. They appear in quite a few Halo games, but the flood are horrible, horrible creatures. They're kind of like zombie alien things, but like they're quite fast aliens as well, like fast zombies. And there's loads of them and they swarm like zombie bug aliens. But that level, there's so many of them, it goes on for ages, and if you ever play it on Legendary, you're just asking for a bad time, because they absolutely melt you. The flood can get in the bin. Well done, Bungie, for creating them, but you could have put a warning on the box, do you know what I mean? This just looks like Space the game, but instead I have to deal with space zombie bugs, and that is not very kind in an otherwise very sci-fi space oriented game. So thank you, Bungie, for the memories. Another one that I love is Metal Gear Solid 5. I love this game. It's flawed. Oh my god, it's so flawed, but it's probably one of the greatest games ever, okay? It's not the best Metal Gear game, but just as a sandbox stealth game, I don't think there's anything quite like this game, ever. It is top tier, one of the greatest games of all time. But the opening to this game, why, Kojima? Why? It was so scary, and I'm an adult at this point. This game came out, I think, in like 2015? What was that? I was like 25. I think. Yeah. Yeah? No. Oh, I'm so old. Oh no. I think I was like 23. No, I can't maths. What is it? 9 years ago? Yeah, I was like 23. I'm so old. Anyway, the hospital scene in this. I'm not going to show it much. Well, I'll show little bits of it. But I'm not going to talk about it a great deal. But if you've never played it, genuinely a masterpiece of kind of cinema in games. That whole sequence is amazing. However, genuinely terrifying. Like, it's horrible. And it actually, weirdly, has given me a bit of PTSD whenever I'm in crowds. Because there's this one point in that section where the hospital's being raided. And you are very weak. You're not in a fit state to be able to fight through anything. And there's a group of like loads of these people, and they just get moved down. And that part, I don't know why, I always get freaked out if I'm in crowds. I always think about that every time, which is, I think, like a irrational fear. But it all stems from this game. So this is actually, and unfortunately, is kind of a weirdly realistic thing that happens. But yeah, that moment in this game has still stuck with me. So I don't know if anyone else is affected by this or if anyone else thinks about this part, but it isn't very nice at all. And yeah, that part still freaks me out to this day. But an amazing, amazing game. Not a horror game at all. But then we do have Metal Gear Solid Survive for that, or Metal Gear Survive, so the less said about that one, the better. Finally, I'm going to talk about one moment in one game, and I can't really speak about it a great deal, because it is technically a little bit of a spoiler, but it's been out for years and years and years, so if you don't know, look away now, skip to the end. But it's Assassin's Creed 2. Okay? Why is this game scary? There's no reason for this game to be scary, but there's one moment in the game where it breaks the fourth wall. And there's a character that directly talks to me, like to the player. And there's like a character in the game and they're having a chat. And then all of a sudden they turn to you, like looking in the camera. And you're not allowed to do that ever in film or TV or anything. And they start talking to the person that's relevant. And it's to do with the fact that the thing is aware of that there's someone playing as Ezio in an Animus. But it's so creepy. Like, I still remember that. And I remember the noise I made, and it was something like... Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 can get in the bin for that. Assassin's Creed 2, that was a creepy moment. A very, very weird, surreal moment. And I did not like it at all. But these are probably the scariest, non-scary, scary bits in games. I have no idea how you title this. The scariest, not scary games. But that's some that I think are pretty scary or have affected me when I was younger. What are some games that have scared you that are not scary? Whether it was because you were younger, because it like triggered something in you, please let me know. I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below because I want to know. This is Spooktober. Horror month is awry, and there's horror wherever you want it to be. Or, in this case, wherever you don't want it. Yeah. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the comment, and check us out on Twitch. We go live every Sunday, Monday and Wednesday at either 12:30 PM or 8:30 PM depending on when I'm working. And that is the end of this video, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care and toodaloo.